Thai food sounds good. Damn.
Do you guys have good Thai food there?
In Detroit, yes, it's like a melting pot. So
some of the younger like women or whatever, they kind of get out of pocket a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But that quickly gets corrected, and they don't do that in front of everybody. It's more like kind of a one-on-one thing.
Are you talking on the term thing with like family members? You see that interview clip? I don't do interviews with women usually unless they,
And then he shrugs his shoulders and like that dude was off the chain, man. He was next level. He was next level, man. He was next level. Like when it comes to all that shit. Mike Tyson. I had like a bunch of clips. I had a bunch of clips of his old like deals, and I called it Mike Tyson says the darndest things. And man, he's got some clips, man. Like he got kicked out of the nation, basically.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, after that clip where he said, like, I want to eat your children to, who's the fighter? Lennox Lewis. He's like, you're not a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. He's like, I'm going to F you until I love you.
Fill these jobs. But logically, if I can't afford to go to work, I'm not going to work. Would you want me to work 3 hours out? No, that comes out of my pay. So it's just not being feasible for them to remain in the state, and they're finding other states to get them. And that's the same thing with New York. New York, I see it from you either better have money or you better be in a poverty line where you're getting these benefits, which you will lose if you earn $1 more.
The places, just places. So that, my experiences has been like a lot of love. And on top of it, with the girl situation, it's just like, marrying American is like a high level. I dated this girl like not back in the day, like a few years ago, she was Hungarian, right? And she was like a, girl, she was like an ex-model or whatever, she was a lawyer. And she was just telling me one day, she was like, yeah, all my friends are going to be jealous of me. I was like, why? She said, yeah, because I'm going to marry an American. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's like how they see us. You know what I mean? Maybe back in the day, I don't know, maybe it was different, but I'm saying hip-hop culture, you know what I'm saying, is like king everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's there, but I'm sure there's people like, get that nigga out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have, but I would have that anywhere. I would have that in a room full of black people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know about that racism stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
That black lady did stay a long time in Pakistan.
Bro, they were you see how they treated her? Like, they were like mobbing her, dog. She's just a regular black. We don't realize how famous we are internationally. Black people, we don't understand. But I have a friend of mine who's a black African American guy. He's living in Budapest right now, right? And he told me in Hungary, there's 22 universities that teach African American studies. They teach African American studies here. They teach the Black Panthers, the story of the Black Panthers here in universities here in Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching the Ethiopians, right? I always say this. The Ethiopians I'm watching here, I've been here for 8 years, right? It's crazy that I'm here in the farm, bro. You have no idea. I was supposed to be back in America like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here, and I see the Ethiopians. Ethiopians are like basically one generation here, really. You know what I'm saying? 1.5 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Their whole understanding of how, because they lived in villages. Like, the Ethiopians that came to Israel, they really lived in villages. Like, they were separate from mainstream Ethiopian culture, with the Christians, the whole thing. And so the Ethiopians, the way they integrate into Israel is by using speeches of black people fighting against inequities. The kids, like, you see Ethiopian kids walking down the street, you would think you're in LA. You would think you're in New York. These kids, they dress exactly like us. They talk like us. They speak Hebrew, but their whole demeanor is African American, right? And I was able to see, like, African Americans are really teaching people who are trying to integrate into first world environments. They use our mechanism in America to do that. They use our social justice. They use our activism. They use